It's me, Peely, back with another video. I keep saying Peely, it's up with fear. Doesn't matter, you guys always know me as Peely. Today I'm playing Titanfall 2. It's kind of like Apex Legends, except with a Titan. This is a Titan, this giant robot you're seeing right now. I don't really want to play because you can't mute anybody and you can't do like push to talk. So I'm just gonna give you guys some recommendations for when you guys play, if you guys want to play. And let me tell you, there's some sweats, but it's really fun. So first, let's start with pilots. In my opinion, you should use the grapple, okay? My friend told me that, my friend who's actually really good at it himself, he said, choose the hollow pilot, it's pretty good. No, it's not. It's actually not. So take the grapple, okay? Put it on grapple. So basically, you're gonna start a person. My thing is Isaac, I don't know why. So you're gonna pick a person. So you're gonna make a loadout, and then at the top, it's gonna say which person you have. So there's cloak, pulse blade, grapple, stim, phase ship, AWOL, and hollow pilot. So you can go to them and change which one you want. Now, this is just my opinion, but you should use grapple. It helps you get around the map so much easier, and it makes getting height so much easier. Now, for the two ordnance things, don't use a frag grenade or arc grenade. Really, that's in my opinion. Use the fire star or the gravity star. I use the gravity star, but I don't really use it. So I recommend, if you're going to actually use something, then use a fire star. But if you want to like suck some people up in like one big, if you want to suck up some titans so that they can't move, then so then you can get your anti-titan shot off, then this is a good thing for you, because then it will pull any person or titan right into it for a short time, and then it explodes. Okay, and don't mind, you can choose female or male. If you're going like really sweaty and you don't want to get hit, I would say female, because they're always way skinnier. But I'm sweaty with the male, so I put male. I really don't care. That's not part of a recommendation. It's not a recommendation. Just do whatever you want with there. Now, on to different guns. So for your primary, I recommend, if you're going to use an assault rifle, don't use the R201 carbine, okay? Use the R101, okay? Because the R101 is basically the exact same thing, except it has a scope, and it's just better, okay? It's the same thing, has all the same perks, same thing. So, except the R101 has a scope, so it will be easier to aim. So just use the R101. If you want to use like if you want to use a carbine, just use either the 01 or the R101. What was that blue thing? And if you want, you can use any other things. You could use the Hemlock, G2A5. I don't know if that's the actual word. And then the flatline. I really don't like the G2A5. One, because I don't have it, and two, it's like semi-auto, and it's a thing. It's an AR, but it's semi-auto. I don't think that's an AR if it's semi-automatic. But you can go bang 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 quickly, but still, it's semi-auto. I really think you should use the Hemlock, because it's basically it's kind of like a carbine, except it does more damage, but it has less accuracy. But it's good because it has burst assault rifle. I'm stuttering because I'm speaking really fast. But it has burst. It's really good. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you choose, but if you're gonna choose a carbine, I would just say choose the R101 and not the R201. Now to SMGs. This is the car. This is the default thing. The default what is it called? Oh yeah, SMG. You can use really anything you want. If you want to do a lot of damage but shoot really quick, I would choose the alternator because it does 75 damage. Has a pretty high fire rate. Pretty low actually for an SMG, but that 60 is still pretty high. And yeah, but if you want to go out spraying and praying, I don't have the Volt yet. Really, all of these I'm pretty sure are good. But if you want to do a ton of damage, then you should use the alternator. But if you want to just go out spraying and praying, then either get 100 credits or whatever they're called, points, and get the R97, or just level up and get the R9. Because some of these actually, like the alternator and R9, they are both they both need leveling up, and you can choose the Volt and car, it doesn't matter. But if you want to do a lot of damage, try and level up to get the alternator. And if you want to go out spraying and praying, then just take the R9. But if you want the R9, it's the last level what is it, SMG, so you'd probably just want to get some like credits or points or whatever they're called and then buy it. Now LMGs, honestly, I think they're all really good. I generally don't use a LMG though. Like genuinely, I don't use one. The L-Star is really good. So is the Devotion. They're all pretty good, I think. I don't know because I don't use LMGs pretty much. I just really use my R101 carbine. But yeah, and sniper rifles. So if I were you, this is my recommendation. Take the Kraber, because the Kraber one-shots, okay? Has 100 damage, has 100 range, but it has 60 accuracy, which isn't the best for a sniper, but I'm pretty sure you can make that better somehow. And then the fire rate is 15, just like really every sniper. The double take is still pretty good, and so is the longbow. But if I were to make a recommendation, I would choose the Kraber. Now, shotgun. Don't take the EVA 8, take the Mastiff. I don't use shotguns, but all I know is that don't take the EVA 8. So just level up to at least level 19, because as it says, unlocks at level 19. I'm at like level something. Just level up to get this, and then use it for a shotgun. And you can use the EVA 8 to help level up, but if I were to make a recommendation, just use the Mastiff, because the EVA 8 is just bad. At least that's what my friend said. Anyway, Grenader. I really don't know what is the best Grenader, because I don't use any Grenaders. But if I were to make a recommendation, I'd probably choose the EPG-1. I think that one time I was at my friend's house, the same friend that I keep talking about, and he was using a Grenader as his primary, and I don't know what it was, but it looked like this or this. It was one of the two, but I think it was really good. So I think you should use this. It was probably this one because it had really very weak range, but I'd prefer this one, and it also does the most damage. So that's a pretty good primary for that. And pistol. Don't take the Mozambique, take the Wingman if you're going to use a pistol as your primary. I don't really see why you would use a pistol as your primary though, because that makes no sense to me. But just take the Wingman if you want to use a pistol as a primary. That doesn't really make too much sense to me. Anyway, secondaries. I recommend the RE45 as your secondary pistol, because it's really good, and it's also it's probably the best one out of all of them, and it's the starter one. It does the least amount of damage, but it's very good. It has a very high fire rate, and it's really good. So I'd recommend this. And it's also full auto. So yeah. So, but if you want semi-auto, then you can take the wingman. I tried it like once or twice, and to me it sucked. So I recommend the Hammond P2020. No, it's P2016. Sorry. I recommend this if you want semi-auto. Sorry, I burped. Semi-auto. If you want a semi-auto pistol, take the Hammond P2016. But if you want full auto pistol and a really good pistol, I recommend the RE45. Now, anti-Titans. Now you can use this as your backup. I use it as my backup because I think it's weird that I would have to hold down triangle to switch to my anti-Titan, but that's just me. You can put it whichever one you want. It can be your backup or secondary. But if I were to recommend one, I'd choose an archer. Okay, it does the most damage, has very high range, and it has very high accuracy. Now it has very high accuracy because when you aim down sight, and it will lock on to a Titan, and then when the circle is white and not like red or anything, that's when you should shoot, okay? And it also shoots pretty far, but the fire rate is really low, but it's really good, and that's my opinion. But if you want to go out spraying and praying, this is the best one for spraying and praying because it's really good. It has the highest fire rate, and it's also a double burst. So yeah, it's really good. Wait, don't I have an extended mag for that? Yeah, I do. So I recommend that for spraying and praying, and this if you just want to play. Now, those are my recommendations. I really don't care about these. I don't even know what I have. Doesn't matter what you care. It doesn't matter. It's what you care. Now, Titans. All of these are really good except for North Star. Don't take North Star. It's really bad. Now, you can try North Star. Like, my recommendations are just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. These are just what I recommend. But I recommend to not take North Star because it is very bad. I don't know why. My friend just said that it's bad. I recommend Ion if you're starting out because this is a starter one, and it's actually the second best Titan. At least that's what I heard. So it's the second best, and it's really good because of the splitter rifle is really good, and then the core is a laser core. It's really good. Can you? I would say always start with if you have overcore, use overcore. It's so helpful. It makes your Titan core always start with 20% no matter what. So that means the laser core will start at 20% when your Titan falls and you embark it. So that means that you only have to have 80% more to go, which is still a lot, but it's still good. And it doesn't matter whatever you have. I just have this. And then if you can, I recommend the warp fall because it's really fast, but that's just me. I already have the warp fall for my other Titan that I use, but Dome Shield is also really good. They're both really good. It doesn't really matter what you care. Then nothing really matters. Sorry. Nothing really matters over there. Scorch. I don't really use Scorch. I'll recommend, okay, let me tell you my recommendations. I recommend Ion, Ronin. So if you want like lasers and stuff, then you should choose Ion. If you like shotguns, then you should choose Ronin because he has a shotgun. And also he has a sword for a melee, and it's his sword. His core is his sword. Then Tone is also pretty good because his tracker cannon is really good. So I recommend him. Cause it's very accurate. So, cause I've been killed multiple times by Tones. Cause I've been ejecting from my Titan up into the air, and then I've been shot out of the air with the tracker cannon. So I recommend him definitely. Legion is really good too because of his Predator cannon, which is basically a minigun. Everything is really good, and his smart core is just overpowered. Because the smart core, when you deploy it, it's like the smart pistol, where it locks onto everything, and then you just have to hold down the shoot button, and then it will just shoot, and then everybody in your path will die. But the number one person I recommend is Monarch. Now this is my camo, by the way, so you don't have to use anything. Now, Titan kit, overcore. Always start, if you have overcore, you should always use it, okay? Nuclear ejection is good, and so is turbo engine, but overcore is probably the best one in my opinion. Then, energy thief is probably the best one that I have, because when you want to execute some doomed Titan, then it steals a battery from them, and then it puts the battery into your Titan, so it heals your Titan. Then Warpfall is my thing. Then I use the arc rounds, because the missile racks, I don't care really. I use the rear reload, Maelstrom, faster reload, and rearm speeds. So that means I'm pretty sure it goes faster, and you reload faster. Maelstrom, it does a lot more damage when you use your little when you use the thing that is supposed to get people away from you. I forgot what it's called. Wait, what is it actually called? It's called electric smoke. Jeez. I use the XO1 accelerator because in the thing, multi-target missiles, like in the trailer for this, it says that it will lock on, and I used it a bunch of times and tried locking it on to people. It didn't work, so I used the XO16 accelerator, and it's because it makes it the max fire rate and damage, so it makes it do the most damage, and it's just really good. And that's my recommendations. I totally forgot the boosts. Now there's a ton of boosts. Honestly, I only have amped weapons, ticks, and the smart pistol. But if I'm being honest, I recommend the smart pistol or the pilot sentry, because the pilot sentry is basically a sentry turret that you lay down, and it just locks onto everybody and then just shoots them from across the map, but it has only 1 minute. But I also recommend the smart pistol, because the smart pistol is basically the smart core on the so basically with Legion it has the smart core. So basically the smart pistol is has the same effect as the smart core, except it's a pistol and you're not in a Titan. So basically it locks onto people, and no matter what, as long as they're in your sight and range, and then the pistol will lock on, and no matter what, you'll headshot. the people that it is locked onto. And it is super good. And that's it. That's all my recommendations. I hope this really, really helps you for if you want to play Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is about $10. Well, for me it was $5, but if you want to get the game, it's about $20 for PlayStation, and it's $5 for EA Play, and then it should be like included with Xbox Game Pass, and I don't know if you can get it on Nintendo Switch or a PC. So yeah, if you want to play this, then those are my recommendations, and I'll see you guys next time.